Hey everybody, this is Evan Rogers. I am one tired guy because my baby done sleep and scream. Actually doesn't sleep. He screams a lot, and that's why I can't think straight. We are here with another online live lesson. I believe this is number 5. If I'm getting my editing done on time, this should be number 5. We're just going to do a quick review of the vocab because there's a little bit of concern with the vocabulary. And then we're going to talk about the grammar involved and the things that everyone paying attention doing this on YouTube and my 2 students here, John and Kayla, need to know about the grammar so far. There will be annoying words like subject, objects, and agglutination, which are always fun to hear about. I think I'd probably just scare John with that last word, agglutination. But we're going to have some fun there. It'll be exciting. There are like only a few languages that agglutinate, and Japanese happens to be one of them. All right, well, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Great, excellent. Let's just do a quick vocab check. John, shimasu, what does it mean?
Do.
Great, yeah. And I didn't put this in the translations, but it also means like to play a sport or to play a game. So people shimasu video games. All right, tabemasu, what does that mean, Kayla?
Eat.
That's right. Nomimasu, John.
I'm going to go with drink.
That's right. Kayla, could you read this word?
Wakarimasu.
And what does it mean, John?
I think that may mean understand.
Yes, understand something. And John, how would you pronounce that word?
Kimasu.
Kimasu. And what does it mean, Kayla?
This is like the one that I always struggle with, but come.
Yeah, to come to a location. Yes, exactly. And here we have yomimasu. John, what does it mean?
I'm going to go with read.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding. We just did these 2. Kayla, how do you read that, and what does it mean?
Oh, thank God.
Hanashimasu, and that one means like to speak.
That is exactly right. And John, for your sake, how do you pronounce that word that I just highlighted?
Chigaimasu.
Chigaimasu. Good. Yeah, exactly. Good job. Good job. I would do these ones, but they have the meaning underneath them, so they'd be cheating. So we're just gonna skip that. Any questions with vocab or pronunciation or anything like that before we jump on down to the grammar?
I'm good. I just gotta memorize it.
Yeah, great. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
Not that I didn't have all that by memory.
I mean, hey, that's pretty good. You got 10 words. Okay, so grammar or focus points. I didn't really know what to call these, so I just went with, why not call it both, grammar or focus points. Okay, so you might have noticed that these don't look like they're complete sentences, but they actually are. They actually are complete sentences. Oh my God. One thing you're noticing is that the verbs are coming at the end of the sentence. This is one of my favorite things to say to new language learners. English is an SVO language, subject, verb, object. I am Evan. She eats potatoes. I guess she eats potatoes. Whereas Japanese is a dirty SOV language, where they get the subject, the object, and then the verb comes towards the end. And you'll notice I'm using objects instead of complements. It's so I can make the joke. So, come on. SOV is funny to say. All right. Verbs are coming at the end of the sentence, except for the occasional particle like ka or yo. Okay?
Yeah.
Hopefully we all noticed that. A lot of information is being left out. I bet you both noticed that. We talked about that in the previous videos. Mm-hmm. None of these sentences has a subject or an object in them. But do we know what a subject is? John, what's a subject?
Yes.
A subject is the thing of a sentence or a clause that does the action or that is being described. So, for example, we have some examples here, so we'll go over that later. And Kayla, what do you think an object is? Or more directly, a direct object?
Like the noun that isn't the subject.
Any noun that isn't the subject. Yes, exactly. An object is any noun that isn't the subject of a sentence. The direct object, this is important. The direct object is the thing that's getting verbed. The subject is the thing that verbs. The object is what's getting verbed. So, for example, we have the sentence, the dog ate my dad's food. Well, what did the eating?
The dog.
That would be the subject. The dog is the thing that did the action, so he is the subject. And what got eaten, Kayla?
My dad's food.
Exactly. So that makes it the object. Specifically, that would make it the direct object, okay?
Mhm.
All right. Those red-headed bozos went to school. That's odd that I made that sentence. That was like a month ago that I made that sentence. But hey, let's go with it. So notice how long that subject. Oh, sorry. What went?
The red-headed bozo.
Exactly. So those would be the subject. Technically, it's just bozo, but it could also be the complete subject. Would be those red-headed bozos. And notice how this isn't like we went like we went the store, we went the woods, over the river and through the woods or anything like that. Notice it's went to school. This isn't a direct object. This would be a object of a preposition, but either way, it's an object. It's a noun that is not the subject. What is it? It's school. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Any questions so far? Subject, objects.
You have subject. Oh, never mind. Ignore me. Just ignore me.
I try, but it's so difficult because you have such a deep, melodious voice.
When I talked to John last night, he says like the whole sentence structure, like, you know, has him a little bit like confused. I didn't know. Like, I know in American Sign Language they have like gloss, which is how you practice writing American Sign Language, like out on paper. Like, does Japanese, like, is there any kind of worksheets where you can like practice the whole subject, object, verb? It's like, I think John might be able to understand it more if he had to like practice the format. Yeah, like take the English sentence and then put it into the Japanese format, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So the problem with that right now is that we're learning basically just verbs. So every single sentence that he would make would literally just be a verb. Where does ikimasu go? I'll just put it right here. Yes, you're right. There's only one word in the sentence.
How embarrassing for you, Kayla, that you asked that.
No, it's a good sentence.
I was just trying to ask if there was a practice that we could do together, John.
Evan just sent me a message and he said there is such a thing. It's a stupid question. Wow.
For the record, anyone who thinks I actually did that, you should be able to check on my screen, and or you would have been able to hear key typing. So I did not actually do that. Okay. Number 3. So anyway, the reason why it's confusing so far is because we're just simply learning a single word at a time. Like these are literally sentences that are just one word, right? And then it's like, will you make those? And you're kind of like, where the heck did those and you come from? And the answer is, they weren't in the sentence. Like, legit. Like, it is just tsukurimasu. Yeah.
That makes sense, because it's like, we haven't been using any of, like, non-verb words. So.
Really quickly, the way that I'm teaching it, this is legit how half of your conversations are going to go. Like, you're just going to be like, someone's going to say, oh, tsukurimasu ka? You're going to say, tsukurimasu yo. Or, hai, tsukurimasu. Or, tsukurimasu. Something like that. That is how a lot of your sentences will go in Japanese. This is, quote unquote, real Japanese. This isn't like, watashi wa neko ga suki desu. You know, all that stuff that you learn in those textbooks. That's like, nobody talks like that.
I was telling John, because like I took a couple courses in college like 10 years ago. And you teach it totally different than how my teacher did. But I appreciate the way you teach it, because it's actual like conversation. Whereas they were like, hajime mashita. Like,
hajime mashite. Watashi wa eban desu. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I will say this. Doing that first and then jumping into like this system that I'm doing might be a nice thing to do. So if you guys have a Japanese textbook that does teach like that, it might help you. What'd you say, John?
I've got so many of them.
Do you actually have
He's
them?
making fun of me because I have like endless amount of textbooks and just keep buying them.
Oh, okay.
Books in my house I can't read.
But it's like I have a hard time staying motivated, so these lessons are helpful because I know it's 3 times a week.
That's exactly that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Like that's one of the reasons why I want to do this. It's like there's a bunch of people out there who are like, I want to learn Japanese, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna buy a textbook, and then they never touch it. And I mean, I'm the same way with a lot of things. It's like I would have learned whatever the heck it is, the flavor of the month, and I never do it. So that's kind of what this is. I mean, I hope that the YouTube videos will catch on a little bit. We'll see. I should probably actually like post them in Facebook groups, but I was waiting until I have a bunch of videos first so I could be like, check it out, actual lessons. One more thing I was gonna mention. What was I gonna talk about? I was gonna ask you what textbooks you actually have. If you know the title of any of them.
I can stare at them right now. Yokoso.
Yokoso's a good one. I really like Yokoso.
Japanese for busy people.
I've heard mixed reviews of that.
Mina no Nihongo.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on that one too.
And then I just ordered Genki.
Genki, everyone loves. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of it, and that's going to get me excommunicated from the Japanese community or from the Japanese language learners community. It's not bad. It's just I never really thought. I really like Yokoso better. I like legit Yokoso is, in my opinion, a better book.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's the one that I used in college. So like this thing, my edition's like 10 years old. So.
I think I have the first edition, I think, and it's like there's a couple of mistakes here and there. By the way, if you ever actually go through the Yokoso textbook, just in all of the conversations, pay attention the most to John Kawamura. He's the coolest guy in the entire book. He's like super rich and he blows all of his money on designer jeans and stuff, and it's the funniest thing. Like they actually made him into a character. It's pretty good. All right. Anyway, Yokoso is a great book. I actually recommend it. Nowadays on YouTube, textbooks are very expensive. So I don't know how they're justified that, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I mean, I'm tooting my own horn too much. Okay, number 3. Back to learning. Distal verbs are made up of 2 parts. Okay, so remember how we're talking about distal / polite verbs like kaimasu and ikimasu and shimasu, all those words that we've been learning, right?
Yes.
This is something that doesn't need to be said right now, but I want to just hit you in the head with it. These words are made up of 2 parts. You're noticing how the beginning is different, right? Kaimasu, ikimasu, shimasu, kimasu, right?
Yep.
And then the last part is always a mas sound. So notice how I have capital letters here. I didn't bother writing the U because this is more like how it's pronounced. So it's the stem followed by mas, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to really go much more in depth about this, but I want to make sure that we understand that the thing before mas is called the stem, or at least that's what I'm going to call it. Some people call something else a stem. This is what I think most textbooks call the stem. And then this is a little sound that we add to the end of the stem to say, I'm being polite. Okay? Or I don't know you that well, and I'm showing you deference. It's one of those things that you don't actually want to translate because it just sounds stupid. But that's what's happening. It's literally a sound that says, I'm being polite to you.
So if I could just say kai, and that's bye.
People would understand what you were saying, maybe, but it would come off like it's actually a noun. These are actually nouns, so it'd be like buying, or in certain situations it would be what's called. When you're writing this, sometimes they replace the te form of the verb with just the stem, and it's much more literary. But that's just going over your head at this point. I wouldn't consider these words on their own. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so understanding that there's 2 parts, the stem and then the mas ending, that's going to help you understand in the future when we talk about agglutination, which is one of my favorite words because it sounds like butt, agglutination, your glutes. Oh man, check out her agglutination. And it's just a fun thing to say. Okay, every verb can be quote unquote boxed in some way. Okay, see how I have them in boxes here?
Yes.
As we learn more Japanese, we're going to introduce many more quote-unquote boxes to put parts of these verbs and words into, okay? So right now we only have these 2 boxes, but very quickly we're going to see 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 6 boxes that we put all this stuff in, okay? Notice I actually use the bold underline. This is important. Make sure you can actually see what's happening, okay? It should be fairly easy to see. There's nothing really more than what I'm saying so far. Just be aware, this is important. Stem plus mas. It's like you can divide the word into 2. Okay?
Aye.
Okay. All right, great. Number 4, word types, nouns, adverbs, verbs are differentiated. And we talked about this. The real way we differentiate word types is by function. Like if you can plug and chug words, they must be of a similar type. So if 2 words can replace each other in the sentence and still feel correct, those 2 words are probably the same type of word. I ate a pizza, I drank a pizza, I vacuumed a pizza. All of those, they kind of sound weird. Like maybe you threw the pizza in a blender, or pizza got all over the floor after a party. Ate, drank, and vacuumed are all verbs, right? Mm-hmm. Because they can plug and chug. Great. And the particles that we've introduced, I don't know why Microsoft Word doesn't like the word weave. Anyway, the particles we've introduced. What's that?
Doesn't matter. Never mind. That looks right.
Yeah, I don't know. What is it? It says, let's see what it says. In formal writing, try spelling out the words. Oh, thanks. Okay. The particles we've introduced in this lesson come at the end of sentences. They modify the entire sentences. For some reason, I capitalize words that are grammatical in nature. So if you ever wonder why random words are capitalized when they shouldn't be, I don't know what it is, but whenever it's a grammar word, I just, without thinking, capitalize it.
Yeah, okay. We talked about that.
For real?
No.
Okay.
No.
I worry about it. Okay. So that's the grammar of this lesson. That's everything that you need to take away from this lesson besides the vocabulary. You need to memorize the words and understand that, okay?
Working on it.
No. Did you guys practice these conversations?
Yes.
I'm working on it.
All right, real quick. Let's do a few of these, okay? Kayla, you're 1A, and John, you'll be 1B.
Tsukurimasu ka?
Tsukurimasu.
Tsukurimasu. Yeah, great. Can you do the same thing without looking? Oh, I was looking at a movie. Oh, did you guys ever see Venom?
I haven't watched it yet.
Which
is weird because I really like the guy who plays him, and I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. He was in another movie that I got to see called The Drop.
Oh, I liked him in Warrior. If you haven't seen Warrior, you should go watch Warrior.
Okay, sorry, this is totally off topic. The Drop I thought was really great. He plays a really good, his character's really good in that movie. It's also got the Sopranos guy Gandolfini.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Sorry. Okay, off topic. What I was trying to do was not distract everybody, but what I ended up doing was distracting everyone. Okay, so sorry. Tsukurimasu ka? Tsukurimasu. So John, the next verb is going to be dekimasu. Can you guys do it without looking? John, you'll be A. Kaylee, you'll be B.
All right. Dekimasu ka?
Iya, chigaimasu. Kyou dekimasu yo.
That would be right, but that's the second one.
Dumbass.
That would be. Watch your language, John. This is a kids program.
We're still on the other one.
Yeah, this is just dekimasu.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're fine. All right. Same thing, but with shimasu. Kayla, you're A. John, you're B. Shimasu.
Oh, shimasu ka?
Shimasu.
Yeah, shimasu. What would that translate to? Shimasu ka? Shimasu.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you do something? Or maybe even possibly will you do something? It could be future.
Yes.
So will you do it? And then what would be the answer? Shimasu yo.
Oh. No, I won't do.
We don't know how to say won't do yet. So it's actually I will do it.
Well, I thought we were saying we were saying yes. Never mind, ignore me, sorry.
Yeah, we actually haven't learned how to do negatives yet. Which is it was important. Okay, great. The next one. We'll just jump down to the next one. This is your time to shine, Kayla. All right, John. You'll be 2.
I'm getting so excited to try that sentence, I think.
All right, John. 2A, Kayla. 2B.
All right, we're gonna go ashita ikemasu ka?
Iya chigaimasu. Kyo ikimasu yo.
Yeah, good. 明日行きますか? Yeah, 違います. 今日行きますよ. Great. Let's try reading that. Let's do the same thing. John, you'll be A, and Kayla, you'll be B, but with yomimasu.
明日yomimasu ka?
Iya chigaimasu. Oh, what was the word? Yomimasu?
Today.
Oh,
yomimasu. Read.
Yeah, yomimasu. Oh, okay. Iya chigaimasu. Kyo yomimasu yo.
Yeah, exactly. Kyo yomimasu. Yep. Great. You're right. Yeah. Now let's flip it.
I need to start focusing on the word. I keep forgetting.
That's the point of the drills. That's literally the reason for the drills. John, we're gonna switch it. You're gonna be the yachigaimasu guy. This time the verb will be tsukurimasu, to make something. Will you make it? Will you make it tomorrow? No, I'm gonna make it today, brah.
Ashita tsukurimasu ka?
Yeah, great.
Ie chigaimasu. Kyo tsukurimasu yo.
Yeah, kyo tsukurimasu yo. Yeah, great.
I wasn't looking at the paper either, just so you know.
That's fantastic.
One day we are going to sound as professional and fluent as you, Evan. One day.
You know, my intonation's still off, so try to be better than me. Legit. Like, people are like, Evan, your intonation's off. It's like, yes, I am a 6 foot tall, bald, white guy who started learning this in high school. Please be better at me than intonation. Watch as much anime as you can and just digest the way they say it. No, like legit.
Watching Kenshin. Let's do it.
Was it tension?
Kenshin. And Motor Kenshin.
I don't know.
The Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin, yeah.
You got me, man. I gotta admit, a lot of anime is crap.
I don't watch it at all because I agree.
Some of my favorite animes, GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka, was fantastic. It's about a punk like guy who's gonna he's in the Boshizoku, which is like, you know, it's like kind of like the Yakuza wannabe, so to speak. They're all a bunch of screw looses, and he's gonna become he's basically in the Boshizoku, but then he decides that because he wants to get with high school girls, he becomes a teacher.
Whoa.
And then everything goes wrong, and he ends up being a middle school teacher, and he becomes the best teacher ever, and he goes around helping everyone fix their screwed up lives. So it's really good. It's really good. And Cowboy Bebop was a classic.
Life.
What's that?
Oh, I love Cowboy Bebop.
And Mirror's life, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And then Cowboy Bebop did Samurai Champloo.
Nope.
Oh, never heard of Samurai Champloo? You should check it out.
I know Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball, the comics are way better than the TV shows, because the animes are like, charging up for 5 hours straight. Yeah. It's just Goku yelling for 50 minutes.
I also watched like Trigun and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Trigun I liked. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're way off topic. What was that, John?
What was that dumb one you made me watch, Kayla?
Which one?
It's the same plot. Yeah, same plot every single episode.
House?
No, Inuyasha, and all they do is just yell each other's names. Awful. Kagome, Inuyasha. It's so stupid.
A lot of anime is terrible. I have to admit, like, a lot of anime is terrible. Everything by Ghibli though is fantastic. I know that's not really anime, but everything Ghibli makes has been fantastic. Have you guys seen any of the Ghibli movies? The Studio Ghiblis?
No,
yeah, I'm sure John has, but I just don't think he recognizes it from that name.
Oh, like what's his name? Hayao Miyazaki?
Nope.
Spirited Away.
No, you probably know those movies, John. I just don't think you know. Like, I don't think you know the titles. I think if you see them, you would know what we're talking about.
We got so far off topic.
Well, it's the end of the episode. It's the end of the lesson. So, Kayla, what's your favorite Ghibli movie? I'm curious.
I don't know. I like them all.
Okay.
I guess probably Spirited Away just because it's more well known and I watched it when I was younger.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Spirited Away was really good. I didn't like Majo no Takibin, the delivery Kiki's delivery service, but then I watched it again. It was fantastic.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that one actually.
Oh.
My cousin's big on it. I haven't seen that one though.
The first time I saw it, I didn't like it, and I watched it again, and it was fantastic.
What was the? I think I'm getting them mixed up.
Which
What's the
one?
one? With like the. I haven't seen it. I just seen the character with like the rabbit looking thing. You know what I'm talking about?
The rabbit looking thing.
Wow. Descriptive.
What is a female character? Oh, you mean the big rabbit looking guy in the tree?
Oh my god.
He's got those big he's got those big eyeballs and he's big and gray.
Yeah.
And they live in a tree. That's Totoro.
Yeah. I haven't seen that, but I have some friends that are really big on it.
If you watch his movies, you'll notice a common pattern. A stranger comes to the inside and reminds everybody what's important. That's one of the themes of all of his stories. Anyway.
Oh, I really like Ponyo. That was the one I really liked.
Ponyo. Yeah. Ponyo was a good one. Anyway, way off topic. I will see you guys on Monday.
Okay.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you like, subscribe, and share this video to everybody you know and yell at them repeatedly until they subscribe as well. If you'd like to support me even more, head on over to patreon.com where for just $1 a month, 3 cents a day, that's it, it's darn near free, you can help me financially keep these videos coming. And as a reward for your Patreon donations, you get access to all of the miscellaneous things that I produce to help out my own students who I teach in person, and also just things that I make for myself. And if you want a little bit more bang for your buck, head on over to Teespring, where you can get lots of fun clothing, mugs, stickers, cell phone cases, all that I've designed. More designs to come. I hope you have yourself a happy dappy day. Peace out.